Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from Mexico. Hope that everybody is doing great and your week is off to a beautiful start. Your new year is off to a beautiful and exciting start as well. Um, you know, I've been looking at ways to, let's say, increase my joy, right? And ways to increase my joy in 2026. Instead of looking for and trying to create all these ways to be productive and proactive and all those kind of things, I've decided that I'm going to follow the joy, and that by following the joy, all those other things will actually match and line up too, right? Obviously, you have to know where you want to go in order to have a clear vision of it. But it's not really from the point of view of thinking that you have to, cross all the T's, dot the I's, do all this and do all that, and make sure that you've got every backup plan imaginable. And just in case this happens, you better be sure this happens too. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about setting an intention, setting a desire, seeing what it is, and then chasing the joy. Okay? I'm going to share with you something that popped yesterday that really, really, really has been bringing me a lot of joy. What's bringing me a lot of joy is learning something new. Okay, so I'm in Mexico. My Spanish is not great. And I feel like every year I come here because my partner's family lives here. We come here for holidays. I feel like every time I come here, I get a little bit more comfortable with let me rephrase that. I give a lot less fucks, okay, about my Spanish every single year. And I noticed that every single year they become more just more, I'm just gonna say more in love with me. They're just more open and happier, and they help me. And I realized that, one of the components that often goes into when we're building businesses and everything is we forget to learn other things, right? We forget to do this thing with our brain that makes it stretch in different ways by learning something completely new that's not even related to or associated with your business or your goals or your this or your that. And I wanted to share that today because I feel like this is something that could really, really, really also inspire all of you as well. Like, what is something that you have always wanted to learn, but maybe you weren't able to put the pulse on how, or maybe you didn't give yourself the opportunity to create the time to do that? Now is the time. There is no time like the present. This is it. This is really, really it. And I must say, I mean, with the advent of AI, the advent of ChatGPT, and all these incredible platforms that we have, you guys, everything becomes so much easier. So take a leap of faith to learn something that you've always wanted to learn, and go for it. And make that commitment to yourself. Like, hey, you know what? Every day I'm going to spend an hour working on whatever that may be for you. The other thing that I'm really, 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 really excited about too is merging. I'm starting to see so many connections between spirituality and science, technology, right? Wow. So I've been going into so much this wormhole, this rabbit hole, if you will, of quantum physics, quantum mechanics. And I'm like, wait, this is everything that I've ever studied in any of the ancient spiritual traditions. This is Kabbalah. This is Buddhism. It's right. It's now science. It's now called quantum physics, and I just find so much joy in connecting those dots. It's really, really fun because you kind of go, "Oh my God, wow! I am a scientist too. I'm not just some woo-woo spiritual person. I'm also a scientist." And now with the advent of AI and how AI is speeding up and going so fast, I'm really excited about how we can use spirituality to increase the capacity, how we can use AI to increase the capacity for spirituality, to spread spirituality around the world and awaken new generations to spirituality. I agree with you, Bali. I so enjoy that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in to our download today, and let's just kind of take a second to set our intentions on joy. Joy. What would bring me joy today? What would open up my heart and open up my mind and open up my being to more joy? Okay, so let's go ahead and close our eyes and find ourselves in our heart. And as we do so, just place a hand on your heart. Let's just say a quick prayer of gratitude. Creator of all that is, source, light, universe, we thank you for everything. And now let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And now let's shift our awareness to the center of the earth. And as we shift our awareness to the center of the earth, let's imagine this beautiful energy swirling around in the center of the earth. And from this space in the center of the earth, let's imagine this energy scooping up fresh earth energy, coming up through the soles of our feet, through our ankles, our calves, our knees, and our thighs, and traveling up through all of our chakras and popping up outside the top of our head and forming a beautiful ball of light. And now switch your awareness into this ball of light, okay? And now imagine this ball of light traveling up out of the space that you're in. Higher and higher and higher and faster and faster and faster. Imagine that ball of light lifting you up out past Earth's atmosphere, out into outer space through different planets and galaxies and the Milky Way. And higher and higher and higher beyond there, out into different layers of light. Some light, some dark. Through those layers, out into a beautiful golden-like light. And through the golden-like light into a jelly-like substance light. And through the jelly-like substance light into a beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And through the law of compassion, you enter into the 7th plane of all that is, the plane of creation, of oneness, and of complete totality. And as your ball of light dissolves into this incredible energy, you feel the connection, the contribution, the collaboration of all things, all atoms and molecules of existence here. And from here, we're going to ask for some downloads for the group today. As a reminder, downloads are just energies that we receive into our subconscious. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, and experiences change our beliefs. We change our reality. Okay? So let's see what we got here today. So would you like to know what it feels like to know that you're worthy of learning new things? That it's safe and that it's easy for you to learn new things? And would you like to know what it feels like to gather in and bring in those new things, to see them through joy? If you'd like that, say yes. You know, our brain does this thing where it goes, I need to, right? I need to learn this. For example, I need to learn Spanish because my in-laws only speak Spanish, right? It's such a limiting belief. What if you were able to transform that and you're able to transform that into the joy of what that is? Wow, I really love connecting with my in-laws. I love connecting with my Mexican family. And I love seeing the joy that they have as I learn more and more Spanish. I love being able to feel like I really belong in this country, that I'm not some spy, but I'm somebody who's a tourist. I live here. Like this is a part of my family. You see the difference? Finding the joy in that which it is instead of the heaviness. I have to. You don't have to learn everything. Everywhere that you've decided that you're under obligation instead of creating opportunity, can we destroy and uncreate it? And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is in every single cell of your body? To trust, to trust the universe. When you ask for joy, you will receive joy, right? Many of you will go, "Oh, well, I asked for joy and it didn't show up." What are you avoiding by receiving joy, right? Sometimes you don't receive joy because you feel like you have to prove yourself right or prove somebody else right? So everything that brings up for you, can we just destroy and uncreate it, please? And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is in every single cell of your body to really, really trust joy as an operating system? If you'd like that, say yes. Every time you beat yourself up, every time you say, "Oh, I should have done that, but I didn't," every time that you say, "Well, I want to do that, but I don't have the time, the energy, the money, blah, 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 blah." Every time you do that, stop, pause, and just say, "Hey, where's the joy? What joy can I ask for now and receive that would change all of this?" So if you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is in every single cell of your body to be brave? We live in this, I'm going to call it a techie world. I don't mean that in the literal sense. I mean, like, the techie world is like the old rules, like subordination, insubordination, control, doing instead of being, all of that old earth crap. Every time you fall into this energy of being in there, and maybe you're one of these people who goes to a job every day and you're around them all the time, right? And that's just how they're functioning. What will it take for you to choose a different vibration? What if you were the lighthouse amongst your community, amongst your work colleagues, amongst your family, that everybody goes, "Oh my God, what is Bali doing? She's amazing. I want to do what she's doing." And open ourselves up to asking people, asking, "Hey, Bali, what are you doing these days?" Right? That's how we change the world, right? Changing the world is not necessarily macro, it's really kind of micro. Really, really craving community. Like, I really want to create more spiritual communities at home in Amsterdam where physical people get together and we, eat together, we break bread and we talk and we meditate and we share and we gather. And so perhaps that's something that you're looking forward to as well in the new year. And maybe that's something that you will do in your own enclave of the world. I think it's something everybody's asking for. I've also noticed too, so many people, so many of my friends, at least on Facebook and social media, especially Facebook and Instagram, they're really choosing to unplug for this year. They're like, "You know what? I'm going to go offline for this year." And I thought, wow, that's a really, really, really cool choice. I myself, that's not joyful for me. So um, I won't be doing that. But I will honor that. I think that's so cool. I wonder what else we can learn and what else we can find in that space, right? Okay, great. So now let's shift our energy to those who require healing today. As we do so, let's please just imagine them surrounded in the Creator's love and in the Creator's light, happy, healthy, safe, and protected. So let's please send healing to Rob today. Send him unconditional love, unconditional healing, happy, healthy, safe, and protected. Let's also please send unconditional healing and light to Joseph, happy, healthy, safe, protected. And let's also please send healing to Jerry, happy, healthy, safe, and protected. Let's send healing to Betty, happy, healthy, safe, protected. Can we please also send healing to Zippy, happy, healthy, safe, protected, and also to her friends. They are in Argentina. They're in Buenos Aires on a exchange program. They're having a little bit of anxiety. I just want to really send the whole group lots of unconditional love, please. Let's also please send healing to Paulina, And let's also please send healing to Anne, Ben, Polly. Let's continue to hold space for the people of Iran. Send them lots of unconditional light, lots of unconditional love, healthy, peaceful transition of power to bring the Shah, the king, back to Iran and to really get rid of Khomeini and this absolute terrorist that's been running this country for the last 47 years. And also, let's please send healing and unconditional light and love to the people of Venezuela as they adjust to their new life. Send them unconditional healing and light. Great. And last but not least, would you guys like to know that you are unconditional love, that you be unconditional love, and the unconditional love is your birthright? If you'd like that, say yes. Now let's take our palms and rub our palms together. Faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Place your palms over your eyes. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes. Allow that energy to come into your body and into your being. Place your hands on your heart. Congratulate yourself. Thank yourself so much for being here, for being a part of our soul family. So grateful that my incredible Iranian family is here as well. Hi, Sharbanu. Mwah. Love you all. Thinking about you all. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And find the joy. Follow the joy. Love you all. Bye, everyone.